Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage and the Shook. Today I want to try to give it just a little clean, just get the worst of the green algae stuff off it. I'm not gonna go crazy, it's not a detailing video, don't worry. But I would like to clean it up a bit, remove the tarp or the tilt and the scaffolding, because I think I can get this into the garage without this on. And that would be a game changer when I'm gonna start the restoration of this. Otherwise I won't start this project before the spring because it's way too cold outside. But if I can get it inside, it would be fun. So cleaning today, and then the next thing is to figure out what's wrong with the engine, because there's definitely something wrong. It's not firing on all four. It seems to be compression related. It could be multiple things. Some easier to fix than others, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to try to clean it up a bit. I'm using some very expensive soap. It's probably not that effective, but it's expensive because it's not harmful. It's actually completely all right to just spill on your lawn. So that's nice because the good stuff is quite toxic. It's not green. I might have to take my pressure washer out for this. Oh yeah. Oh, no! Normally doing the first wash of a barn find on my channel, I will at one point state that it's starting to look like a car again. I'm not so sure about the Shook though, but it's getting cleaner. And the Shook is now a lot cleaner. I'm not going too crazy with the cleaning because it won't make any sense. There's going to be a lot of welding and grinding dust all over this car before it's anywhere close to being roadworthy again, but it's definitely better. What I want to do now is to remove this tarp tilt thingy and hopefully also remove the scaffolding underneath. That way I can wash the roof for one thing, because that's still quite green, but also it is not possible at all to get it into the garage with this on. I think it's possible without, but it's something that I will have to test because it's so close to not being possible. Let's just remove this. I haven't done too much washing on these either, because I think I'm just gonna scrap these and create some new ones because they are so rotten down here. I think it will be difficult to save them. Going in. First time on the floor of the Shook. Hopefully it holds up my weight. It's supposed to take almost 1,000 kilos, so it should. But of course it's a bit rotten. Hello. So I wonder, is it just... It's going to be rather easy to take off. With the help of the wind, take a look at the amount of repairs on this already. Welds and things to hold the tarp up. Interesting. I wonder how this is all. Doesn't seem to be too hard to get out. There we go. I think I got it out on one side. Oh, there's one bolt in this one. That's the only bolt I found so far. I can take it out with my fingers. Oh, there is something there. Everything's simple. Everything is kind of control, but I lost the wind thingy on my mic. It's over here. So sorry for the wind. Oops. This is really heavy. Probably shouldn't have done this alone, but I am not expecting to reuse this because it's quite broken, and as mentioned, I really like the pickup side of things a little better, but no reason to destroy it on purpose, of course. So I'm just gonna put it onto its back like this and then figure out what to do with that. Oh yeah. Nice. Gonna give the roof a quick clean also. Oh, it looks super cool now. It's a really high load bed, that's for sure. Could be nice to put a little crane on it so I can go around the country and buy a lot of old engines. Do you think a 2CV can be up here? Nice. How cool is this? A little cleaner, not a lot, but a little cleaner. I want to drive this into the garage now, so the next bit is to get the AZU out of the garage and then try to drive it in. It fits, and that is such an important step for this revival, because it wouldn't be that fun to fix this outside, at least not now. It's in. I would have liked to get it in with the front first, because it would be a little bit more presentable for one thing, and also a bit more easy to work on. It's not a big deal, and I think it is possible to get it with the front end first. It just needs to be a little bit more dry outside, because I was just spinning the tires. I could probably do it with a bit of speed, but I didn't dare to try with a lot of speed in case I hit the roof. I just couldn't really measure because of the inclination and all that. It fits just fine, so I think I can drive it in with the front first with a little bit of speed. Anyway, this is also just fine. I'm not going to do a lot of work in this video, but I want to change the oil, because the oil is very, very old. It's at least from 2017. It's probably diluted by oil, by fuel, and I'm going to move this in and out and in and out. So just to try to save the engine or preserve the engine as best as possible, I'm just going to change the oil and then not do anything else in this video. Next video will be assessment of that engine, because that is also a very important bit. But now it's just the oil. So let's see how that is done. Let's, to begin with, just get some light on there. Oh, there we go. There we have the drain. That's a big one. Almost. So not a 32, probably a 30. Yep. Did you see? Can you see this? Grease nibbles on the swing arms. Oh, my light needs a new battery. It's not the finest threads in the world, or else, or maybe it's just damaged, but it's, I was expecting it to be easier to remove once it was loosened up. Who knows when the oil was changed last. Going to be exciting to see what comes out. Maybe not exciting. Maybe that's an overstatement. Hopefully something comes out. Yep. Something. Surprisingly, I cannot get an oil filter to this thing in my local shop. This was an example of the Danish humor. We like to just say stuff that is the opposite of what is actually the case. It's of course not surprising that I can't get them, because this is probably the only Suk in the country. And I don't think more will come either. But I'm just going to add oil and use the old oil filter. It will be better than doing nothing, at least. Also, I'm not too worried about letting it drain completely. I just want some oil that is not 8 years old in there. The oil doesn't smell too bad, and there's no metal particles in there. That's a good sign. Remember, I do seem to have no compression or low compression on one of the cylinders. I don't think it's going to be a completely eaten up barrel or cylinder. I think I would be able to see that. So it's probably burnt valve, stock valve, or something like that. Who knows? Let's put in some fresh oil. So I'm just measuring the amount of oil that came out, and then I'm going to add the same in. Because this is actually quite fun to experience. I can't even really Google how much oil goes into this engine unless I know Polish. Of course you can, but it's very difficult. Normally there's just home pages for all car brands with the oil grade and amount and all that. And the Suk, nothing really comes up. If you just Google Suk oil amount or oil type or something like that, nothing really comes up. It's a very hard thing to Google. There's a lot of stuff for it. I have been sent a lot of links, great links for places to buy parts in Poland, and that's great, but it's not in English or anything. 4 liter came out, so I'm gonna add 4 liter. Oh, I'm just the greatest at adding oil. Someone spilled. It wasn't me. It was just a guy who came by just the second before I started filming and spilled oil down the engine. It wasn't me. Ah, what a mess. Fresh oil is in, and it's now possible to move it without being too concerned about that part of it. But I'm still concerned about the engine. Oh, I just noticed that this is missing the cap thing. Okay, the spark plug is not firing. I don't think so. I don't think you can see it in there, but it's yes, the point of it is missing. It could be a complete misfire thing. That is the problem. It's just cranking like a low compression. So, but on the other hand, if one of the pistons is not firing, it could also make a funny sound, of course. Well, this video will not be about this, so I'm just gonna ignore this for now because my time is running out and I need this car out of here in 5 minutes. So this will be all for now. Thanks for watching. Next video will be that engine to figure out if it's healthy, because it is showing some signs of not being very healthy, but it's also showing signs of a lot of stuff that could be serviced. But if there is a compression issue, we'll have to dig a little bit deeper. It's just a matter of doing a compression test, but I don't have the time today. It will be in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget you can support me on Patreon. There's a link down below, and see you in the next one.